One of our greatest travel and life experiences was hiking the 26-mile Inca Trail in Peru, from kilometer 82 near Ollantaytambo to that iconic 15th century citadel that is Machu Picchu.
Visiting Machu Picchu was high on our list of must-see destinations, but it wasn't until we started tossing around the idea of actually going that we considered combining it with the optional 4-day trek instead of just riding the train. Now, both of us love nature as well as a hike now and again, but neither of us are avid trekkers, so the idea of planning for a hiking and camping expedition in the Peruvian Andes was a little daunting.
Our trip was amazing, but we had no idea what to expect. So here are 5 things we wish we'd have known before hiking the Inca Trail.
Number 1, the stairs. All of the stairs. So we knew that this hike would be strenuous, we knew that it would be at a high elevation, and we knew that there would be at least 1 day of continuous uphill hiking. Being that we live in a part of the country that is very, very flat, we did the best that we could to physically train for this endeavor.
We spent several hours on inclined treadmills, hiked all over southwest Indiana, ran, walked, and ran some more. We were in pretty good shape by the time we arrived in Peru, but if we had it to do all over again, our training would have focused purely on one thing: stairs. Day 2 of the Inca Trail trek is quite literally 8 hours of climbing big, uneven stairs from about 9,700 feet in elevation up to almost 14,000. It's a grueling day that our legs and lungs simply weren't happy about.
Our training advice for the Inca Trail, especially if you live in a low flat area, is find as many stairs as you can. Go to a sports stadium, a gym with a tread climber. Do whatever you can to get those quads in shape to go up, up, and up some more, and then back down again.
Number 2, pack less. You're not going to use half the things you bring. While it's important to be prepared, less is definitely more when it comes to packing for the Inca Trail. You may think that you need clothes for 4 days, but you don't. I'd go as far as to say don't plan on changing outfits much at all during the hike, provided that you bring rain gear to keep you dry and layers to keep you warm.
Showers are available at some camps, but they are fed by icy 50-degree mountain water, and you will be dirty again soon after. So we ended up carrying extra clothes all the way through the mountains. Along with your basic clothes, grab some snacks and photography gear, and call it a day.
The good news is, if you use a tour company that provides porters like we did, you'll only be responsible for carrying the items that you'll actually use during the day in your own bag. So like your camera, rain jacket, and snacks. The porters carry everything else within a weight limit. But these guys work really hard to make your trek super comfortable, keep you well fed, and make your life as easy as possible along the trail. So pack as little as possible and give these guys a break.
You also don't have to worry about packing your sleeping bag or other bulky hiking gear into your checked luggage. Just rent it from the tour company. It's cheap, quality, clean, and it makes the whole trip a lot less stressful.
We did bring our own sleep sacks and trekking poles, but we rented sleeping bags, sleeping pads, and the tour company provided the tents.
Number 3, the altitude. If you're like us and living at a whopping 300 feet above sea level, we suggest getting to Cusco as many days before the hike as possible. Cusco is the base for most people visiting Machu Picchu. It sits at 11,152 feet, which is higher than you'll be most of the time on the trek. So it makes it a great place to get leisurely acclimated to the elevation prior to trying to hike 26 miles in it.
Plus, Cusco is an incredible city. It's beautiful, safe, has amazing food, and plenty of things to keep you busy while your body adjusts to its surroundings. Another tip is to talk to your doctor before heading to Peru. There's a medication that you can take to prevent altitude sickness called acetazolamide. This medication is a diuretic that you begin taking a few days prior to hiking that helps minimize dizziness, headache, nausea, and shortness of breath brought on by altitude sickness.
If you have a history of struggling at high altitude, it's worth taking. Don't be stubborn like Darren and wait until you're sick at 14,000 feet to decide to take it. It won't help you then.
No, it will not. Number 4, forget about pace. We travel with an incredible tour company called G Adventures, and we would recommend them to anyone. If you travel with a tour company like this, you'll likely be matched up with a small group of up to 16 people to complete the trek with. G Adventures puts one guide at the front of the group and one at the back. No trekker is ever left behind, and you can set your own pace, no matter how slow it is.
Go at a pace that's comfortable to you, and you'll always have support close by to make sure you arrive at camp safely. We pressured ourselves to stay up with the group a bit, and I think that only worsened Darren's altitude issues.
One other important note. While parts of the trek are indeed difficult, you don't need to be a beacon of fitness to complete it. While it obviously requires some degree of physical ability to complete the hike, we had people from all shapes, sizes, and ages in our group, and everyone finished. Yes, it's going to hurt, but it'll be worth every ounce of pain.
Number 5, don't worry about the food. More props to G Adventures, specifically our amazing porters. These porters served up fresh fish, quinoa pancakes, and even a cake, all from a mysterious and magical little chef's tent at our campsite.
These guys were incredible. Not only would they set up our camp, tear it down, run past us to the next camp and have it set up before we arrived, they were also amazing chefs. If you have dietary restrictions or allergies, they'll do whatever is necessary to accommodate your needs along the trail. You won't go hungry and you'll be enjoying full, delicious meals.
One bonus tip, get ready to be blown away. Only a limited number of people are allowed on the trail each day, and every minute of this hike is filled with ruins, breathtaking views, changing terrain, and the opportunity to connect with people from various backgrounds and cultures.
It's just an unforgettable 4 days to be in nature and unplug. Machu Picchu became the icing on an amazing trek, and we wouldn't have wanted to experience it any other way.
Don't let planning for this adventure psych you out. It's probably easier than you think. And if you need some help getting started, you can reach out on here or on social media.
So if this video motivated you or helped you answer some questions, be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe down below. We'll also be sure to include some Peru-based links in the description for your reference. Peru is a wonderful country, and hiking the Inca Trail is just one more affordable way to make your travel extraordinary. See you next time.
First time that she was going to